So I just left the museum. I was only in there for about 2 minutes. They wanted an entry fee, which I'm not opposed to, but I've already paid entry fees today to get into other places, and I didn't want to pay another entry fee, especially since that lady that I chatted with, she's only 10 or 15 minutes ahead of me, so she was able to get in there, see it, and get out in 10 or 15 minutes. So it just didn't seem like something I wanted to spend the entry fee on. It probably is worth my time, but I don't know if there's anything in that museum that I can't find on Wikipedia. I know that sounds horrible, but if I'm doing information, then I can read up on the museum and the history behind the area without having to pay to go into the museum. So hopefully this gives you a better look. You got the circle, the outer circle, you got a thick inner circle, and then you got a core circle over there. Almost reminds me of the Earth. You got your outer crust, which is where we live. You got your central, and then you got your core. Yeah. So, I weigh a lot. I don't know how sturdy these are. So I'm getting down as soon as I can before I break it and have to buy more than a museum pass to pay for it. But, yeah, I was kind of hoping there'd be more, like an outdoor. Well, the way it was described to me is there would be like sidewalks like this, and then there would be signs that said, "Here once stood XYZ General Store. Here once stood XYG Mercantile. Here once stood the post office. 3 rows over this way once stood the jail where Billy the Kid." This is not a prayer. So this says prayer circle that way when the circle is that way. So kind of curious. Wonder what the other prayer circle is. I wonder if it's these, I don't know if we can see them here. These seats and stuff over here. We will walk over there and check it out. But yeah, cottonwood trees, we got these all over Colorado, so I'm not really stoked about that. Yeah, this is like a ceremonial, probably a pit fire type thing. But I wish I had the kind of money to go into everywhere and pay an entry fee to everywhere that I might want to go to. Sadly, I do not have that kind of money because I am not wealthy, and there's one truism in life is that you either have time or money. I have time but no money. There can be no greater gift than to sacrifice oneself for the good of the people. That is true. I just wish people understood that better. And when I say people, I mean like politicians and CEOs. People who have no concept of sacrifice because they tend to be sociopaths or psychopaths. People without morality or ethics. So this would be, I'm assuming this is the prayer circle. So where I'm standing was at one point a reservation for the Redondo tribe. And there was a lot of misery here. Call it an open air prison. So I hope this land gets blessed by the appropriate people to bring peace to the spirits that were lost here. And to hopefully prevent such actions from ever happening again. I say that knowing full well who we just elected president and who has promised to collect brown people and put them into camps. So let us hope that that does not happen. All right, that's my red truck there. I am going to head back towards it. You don't need to listen to me talk about that. So, yeah. If you can imagine it without the building, without the man-made stuff, this is what Fort Sumner would have looked like 100 years ago. Or I guess 150 years ago. A couple of scattered buildings, dirt streets, and I saw a placard. It might have been the one over here where I came in with the flags. It said that a lot of people came to this area because the nearest sheriff in the 19th century was 120 miles away in Las Vegas, New Mexico. So a lot of outlaws and brigands and people who were trying to avoid legal scrutiny would flock to towns like these, like Fort Sumner, and set up shop or escape or, lie low or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, a lot of history, a lot of people, a lot of footsteps came through. So, sorry, I'm just gonna take a rock with me, so I take a piece of the history with me as well. All right. Well, again, thanks for coming on this journey with me, and we will talk again later.